we're back again. Back at it again. Derek, as you may recall, I mentioned that this was a Speletons episode coming up to you. This is this Reductress.com article that says how to just grab his hand and cram it into your vagina. First, let me fly back to Hammerlock.
How you do it?
I'm gonna tell you. Issue 30.5, Love and Sex, hosted December 13th, 2016. This is a perfect thing to read while we're doing.
Well, first you take your leg and you stick it in the air, and then you take the other one and stick it right up there.
What? Alright. There's nothing as romantic as linking hands with your man.
I was thinking of the sponge.
There's nothing as romantic as linking...
Stop right there.
There's nothing as romantic as linking hands with your man in a death grip he can never escape. But sometimes you crave less publicly acceptable forms of intimacy. Boy, this would have been great to start after Kabu. Sometimes you're ready to take things to the next level in a much more aggressive and abrupt way. When you know what you need and you don't want anything else leading up to it, here's how to make the first move by giving him a knowing look, getting him a nod back, and just taking his hand and shoving it in your hoo-ha. Make sure he's not holding anything. Your first priority is to always keep his hands free of objects that aren't your puss. So take the reins on carrying anything from grocery bags to steering wheels. Hell, you should type his emails for him. After all, you're a modern woman who knows when the urge will come over you. And you'll just need to cram his most available appendage inside you. Hide his gloves. Oh no, it's wintertime and his favorite pair of gloves has gone missing. More like you burned them, you saucy minx. I'm gonna start calling people that now. You've got a better way to keep those little fingies warm. Offer up your personal pocket while insisting that, no, your landlord is terrible and the heater really is broken. Oof, that's just dirty. Finger me, it's warmer there. Wear skirts or pants with a roomy waistline. Keep that box easy to open. Don't make your lady region the human equivalent of new headphones and clamshell packaging. If you want to be fingered or full-on fisted at your whim, it's best to make your wardrobe compromised entirely of skater skirts and sexy but comfy boyfriend jeans.
Comprised.
Duh, that's why they call them boyfriend jeans. Oh my god. Invest in a pair of police-level handcuffs. There's no fucking around with finger banging. If you want to keep those hands at pussy's length away, make sure they're always attached to your own body. Get an intense pair of metal handcuffs and cuff your man to you. Don't let him take this as you being possessive. He can still text whoever he wants as long as he's flicking it right. You're very fair. Oh. I don't know how to react to that.
That doesn't sound fair.
Really, they want him. They hand. Oh. Wow. What is this? This is an item right here. Oh, cool. 2x attacks. Here's right hand. Alright, great. You deserve to have what you want. And what you want is to cram your man's hand up your vag whenever you feel like it. Don't let him shame you out of being fingered whenever you want. Wherever you want. It's not like he's never asked for Roadhead. And it's not like you didn't aggressively acquiesce to his request. That is the end of the article.
I'm trying to think of what that word actually could have been.
I don't know. It's like acquire, but they forgot the R and they added a SCE to the end of it.
Acquiesced?
Acquiesce. There we go. Anyhow, I want to see how deep this rabbit hole goes. There's one that says 4 sex positions you won't have to do if you just stay home. Reductress is just a gold mine of content. Why haven't we been reading it before?
Huh.
You deserve to get what you want in the bedroom.
I'm intrigued.
And for some people, having boring old missionary sex just won't do the trick. If you're feeling the pressure to perform acrobatic sex that you would never have to do if you just don't ever leave your house tonight, here are some of the hottest sex positions that you can avoid entirely by not going anywhere. The pretzel. Just as the name suggests. Sorry. Sorry, my sickness is getting in the way. Just as the name suggests, this position involves wearing your limbs with your partners. To start, lay on your side as he straddles your bottom leg. Next, have him raise your top leg as he enters you. You could then wrap your leg around his torso, or maybe you could just stay home. You could just not do any of this. You could lay completely flat and content in your own soft bed and not have to do anything. It's up to you. The Lotus is a well-known Kama Sutra position that is said to increase sexual pleasure for both parties. God fucking damn it. I say it for me. Have your guy sit cross-legged as you wrap your legs around his waist. Then do a series of painful balancing maneuvers while also trying to focus on the pleasures of your body and not focusing on the feeling that you're squashing him. The important thing to remember here is that you absolutely do not have to do any of this tonight if you don't go outside or respond to any of your ex's texts. You could just not. The spider. This tricky move is practically exercise, which you have been avoiding all week. So why start now? Instead of the spider, try crab walking over to your couch and spending the rest of the night comfortable and alone. Then there's no mess to clean up, except the crumbs from your snacks that you won't clean until next month. Now this is the height pleasure. Okay. London Bridge. Have your man kneel in between your spread legs. Then lift your hips all the way up to meet his. Then have him penetrate you as your body forms a bridge as you rock back and forth. This position is essentially a circus act that you wouldn't have to do if you're at home and had an open Tinder at 11:30 p.m. The only thing you should have once is the plate of cookies sitting on your stomach. So go get some, girl. Get some rest. Next time you're looking for a new sex position to spice things up, remember that you don't have to. So just stay home and don't do anything. Now, that is the end of the article. But I, for real, cannot determine if this is satire. Or a joke. Or serious. I don't know. I can't figure it out.
I'd like to think it is. But...
Oh yeah, they're talking about the stupid fucking statue.
And that's just part of the mystery.
Let's pause the sex talk for a moment to talk about the story, right? So, there's 2 heroes, but there's a statue of just one hero in a town that is in another major big city. And this big city, accessible to a vault, available to everyone, where anyone could go look at these ancient tapestries showing that there are 2 people, a sword and a shield. How the fuck is there any sort of fucking confusion where there is a statue made with with one person? How is this? This is the least interesting mystery of all time. Because why?
Well, see, Sonia is just getting started in her research that she doesn't want to do that she didn't want to do in the first place, and she just never looked there.
Not Sonia. I'm talking about the fucking people who made the goddamn statue. Where's the confusion coming from? They have these ancient tapestries in the town right over. Connected by a fucking monorail. You could take a monorail, come look at these tapestries, go back, design the fucking statue.
Well, we don't know how old that statue is. The statue could be older than the monorail.
It's not, because
Zinker, personally, I think
just said these tapestries are older, Derek. I know you didn't pay attention to the story, but for fuck's sake.
Well, no, but Zinker, I mean it could be the monorail could be like fairly newer compared to like the statue.
It doesn't matter because they still should have known about these tapestries in the next over bigger town. Hammerlock had to have existed before Motorstoke since these tapestries are older.
I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure that statue.
There's no way this gets misconstrued.
The UK has like a billion fucking statues.
Derek, 0. Look, let me put it this way. You know how Washington, D.C. has the Lincoln Monument? Wait, the statue of Lincoln?
Yes.
Which I think is the Lincoln Monument. Right? What? Actually,
which one?
He wasn't. I don't know. I don't even know what my point was. Anyhow.
No, I'm just confusing you. Maybe you should choose a monument you know more about.
Sorry, I have another Reductress article. Cool ways to sabotage his fantasy team because you're bored. If you're a lady with a sports-loving boyfriend, you know there's a lot going on during fantasy team season. You support his hobbies, but also get very bored sometimes and can't get him to notice. So here are some cool ways to sabotage the team because even though verbally expressing feelings is possible, ruining things is much more entertaining because honestly you're really bored right now.
I still don't know if it's satire or not.
I don't either, but I love it. Also, dibs on this girl, which I already had dibs on, I think. But she's hot.
I can't see her.
Oh, yeah. Dibs on this girl, too. Who I didn't have dibs on, but now I do. Tell him secret info you heard from a friend.
I think I had dibs.
Explaining to your man directly that you're bored and want to do something doesn't usually give you interesting results. What will be interesting is if you tell your boyf that if you tell your boyf that you heard from your friend whose brother is a physical therapist, Antonio Brown has a secret ankle injury that SportsCenter doesn't even know about yet. By the time he realizes this is false, he will already have Brown on the bench and you can watch his meltdown like it's a new TV show. This is much easier than outright telling him you need attention. Ah, yes.
Oh, yeah.
This next one never fails. Write misinformation about the Patriots on your panties. Combine your boyfriend's two favorite things, sports and sex. When you toss your panties written with fantasy team info into his lap, his brain will short circuit trying to decide what he cares about more. That according to your note, the Pats will be testing out entirely new offensive formations this week, or that you're naked from the waist down and waiting for him. Get some much-needed sexual attention, then sit back and watch the fireworks on Monday night when the Patriots win, just like the odds said they would. Finally, something to keep Mondays from boring you to death. Alright, this next one's gotta be convoluted. Take forever to come. This is not easy to accomplish, but he'll keep his mind off his fantasy team for a while because he can't think about them during sex, or he will come. For best results, stave off your orgasm until just after the first kickoff. His week will be ruined, but yours will be suddenly filled with a lot of interesting highs and lows you can talk about on Monday morning. And finally, hopefully, he will get the hint that you are bored and have more needs than just watching him deal with his fantasy team. Hack his team entirely. Sure, it's a huge breach of privacy, but you're super bored and he always leaves his Yahoo Sports page open on his computer. Next time he takes a shower, go in there and start playing hacky sack of his players, putting all his QBs on the bench this week. The key here is to get in right before the lineup has to be set so he doesn't even notice it happened. Then come to terms with the fact that you have betrayed his trust, but it was worth it because, ugh, there's nothing to do in this place. Next time your boyfriend hasn't noticed you in a while, create a little chaos in your lives by fucking with his fantasy team. Maybe next time he'll know better than have a life instead of focusing all his energy on you.
Fantasy team.
I hate Team Mail.
Biggest brain. Actually just go fuck the players. And throw off their game, thus throwing off your boyfriend's game.
That won't, Derek, that will only encourage them. They're on a shit ton of steroids, dude. You don't want to fuck them when they're like that.
I mean,
I also just sipped tea like Kermit.
You're clearly very
like that was none of my business. Next time,